Now, it's a media frenzy on a scale we have never seen before and may never see again.
The world's media has gathered to cover one of the most historic moments in British history, and Eddie is going to show us through it all.
Yeah, I've been looking around where we are at the moment. You're on one side of this media compound and I'm on the other at Buckingham Palace. It's been set up out of nowhere. It was the sad news that the world really knew was inevitable, Nat and Koshi, but no one really can understand the sheer scale of Operation London Bridge until you are here to see it.
Never seen anything like this before.
King Charles is inside Buckingham Palace right now. We are expecting him to leave within the hour.
Well, I've never seen anything like it before. It's crazy, and you don't get that feel when you're watching the television at home. I had no idea that this looked like this.
A few moments ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
The King and Queen Consort were referenced there to Charles. He automatically becomes King, will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow.
Buckingham Palace is not just the centre for royal life, it is now the epicentre for the world's media. As soon as the news broke, work started on this temporary tent city to house some of the 11,000 journalists accredited for the funeral. We've all covered royal weddings, other big events here in London, but in terms of scale, this is unprecedented.
It really is, and you will know logistically it's really difficult to navigate. I mean, even getting into this area in itself, we have to leave extra time. I mean, at one point I was separated from our team and I was having to call them saying, look, I'm stuck in a crowd, we need to figure out how I get here. So it really is a challenge, and I think it's going to continue to be for the next few days.
It's a little bit weird really, because you're here to pay your respects and obviously King Charles, but then you look around and that's phenomenal to see the amount of tents and people here just to see what's going on. It's crazy.
I'm very surprised to see all the media here. I mean, it deserves the attention.
This happened yesterday, it came out and it wasn't.
In all, 26 satellite trucks line the edge of Green Park. Networks CNN, NBC, broadcasting right across the globe. A setup like this hasn't been seen since the death of Princess Diana. In terms of journalism, how does this compare to other events you've covered? I mean, the scale is extraordinary.
Yes, I'm quite a veteran, so I was here 25 years ago as a young special correspondent for Diana's death, and so I can compare the two. Of course, I believe will be even more massive during this week and next weekend leading to the funeral, because the Queen was the Queen. So the difference I see is that Diana's death was a sudden death of a young, beautiful princess, so it was really shocking for all the people. But here is something deeper.
Like Australia, New Zealand, part of the Commonwealth, so what has been the reaction back home?
I think just a lot of people in mourning for the service that she gave. Also, a lot of people, I think, identified with her in a strange way. She's the Queen, but she was relatable in the fact that she was a mother, that she made so many sacrifices for the service and the duty that she gave for 70 years. So there's a lot of grief, actually, amongst New Zealanders at the moment.
And what about the hustle to get from one side of the world to the other for this ginormous news event?
Yeah, it was a very full plane, and I was on air for, I think, maybe 7-8 hours. Ran home, packed the bag, said goodbye to the toddler and husband, and was on a plane, and yeah, hit the ground running like all crews. And amazing to see how many crews are here.
And you can see here as we look towards the rest of the tent city, there are our colleagues from Sky News in Australia, all the lights on from our side of the world. There's a shift change, this tent city operating 24 hours a day to make sure that outlets from right around the world, across Europe, across America, are all catered for and can broadcast the news of the Queen's funeral back home, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 40 of these tents set up really quickly.
Give you a wave, Eddie.
Yes.
Up there as well.